Thank you for joining me this afternoon, and we're going to be reading this afternoon out of the book of Luke, chapter 21, and I'm going to start reading at verse 25. And this is the Messiah, Yahushua, speaking here, and he says, "There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws near." And then if you skip down to verse 34, he says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that day come upon you unaware. For as a snare it shall come upon them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and stand before the Son of Man." We're going to be talking and discussing the fact about these particular verses here, where the Messiah, Yahushua, says that we're to watch and that we're to pray always, that we might be accounted worthy to escape all these things. Now, what does he mean here by saying to be accounted worthy to escape these things? First of all, I want you to notice that he says to escape these things. Some people who believe that the church, and when I say church, I'm talking about born again Jew and Gentile believers, who are part of the bride, who are the bride of the Messiah, who are also the body of Messiah. And some people believe that the church will have to go through the 7-year tribulation, or Daniel's 70th week, or Jacob's trouble. All these terms are, the two that are most accurate are Daniel's 70th week and Jacob's trouble. The tribulation period is just a time frame that people have coined the phrase the tribulation. Of course, you won't find the term really tribulation period in the scriptures, except for the Messiah made reference to the fact that the last half of this time frame, that it would be great tribulation. He was talking about great distress upon the world, the last half of this 7-year time frame. But some people incorrectly say that the church will have to go through the tribulation. Of course, here Yahushua himself specifically says that those that are counted worthy shall be able to escape all these things that are coming upon the earth. And of course, he's making reference to the fact of the day of Yahuwah, which is the day of the Lord in most of your English translations. But it's a time frame which involves not only the tribulation period, but I believe that it also speaks of the rapture itself, where the catching of the church will take place prior to this time frame happening. Now, I honestly believe that it will happen simultaneously, that the tribulation period, or this time of Jacob's trouble, will also begin immediately after the rapture happens. And the reason I believe that is because, for a number of reasons. One is that, in particular, that the Messiah, Yahushua, declared that it would be as the days of Noah and Lot. And if you read in the scriptures about those two particular incidences, you'll find that immediately when Lot was taken out of the land, judgment fell, which is a type of the rapture itself. He had to be removed. In fact, the angels of Yahuwah, or the messengers of Yahuwah, told him that they could not do anything until he was taken out of the way. And this is a type of the rapture of the church itself. There is coming a time frame upon this earth when judgment is going to fall again upon the earth. It's spoken of in the book of Revelation, starting in chapter 6, talks about the 21, the seal judgments are the first of 7 judgments that will be released upon the earth. There's actually 21 judgments coming upon the earth, a total of these judgments that will be released during this time frame. And it's going to be the most horrific time frame of mankind. And because those that have been born again of the Ruach HaKodesh, you have made yourself righteous, and you are the ones that he speaks of here about being accounted worthy to escape these things. Now, I know there's a lot of teaching out there that talks about the fact is that, you know, in the rapture, a lot of people give this impression that only those that are watching and waiting for his coming will be caught up in the rapture. And I just totally disagree with that, because really the dividing line of who's going and who's not going is, are you righteous or are you not righteous? Now again, I've shared with you the fact is, what makes someone righteous is what you believe about the Messiah, and that you have trusted him for your righteousness, that you're not dependent upon your own self-works, you're not dependent upon your good deeds to gain access into heaven. You believe that you're a sinner, that you deserve to go to hell, but that you believe that the Messiah, Yahushua, died for your sins according to the scriptures, that he was raised again from the dead for your justification, and because of that, righteousness has been imputed to you. And because of that, you're the righteous one the scriptures makes reference to. And I believe that all the righteous ones in Messiah will go in the rapture, because we will be accounted worthy to escape, not endure the rapture, not endure the tribulation, but to escape the tribulation. We're going to pick this up in our next broadcast, so please continue to join in, and thank you all for sharing my videos. I really appreciate a lot of you are doing that on Facebook, and I've added a lot of new subscribers lately, and please, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. And as always, I mentioned that I have about 1,300 videos for you to view and to be ministered to on very different topics that I've taught on that can help minister to you. So until our next broadcast, shalom.